And we're getting 1420 Norse. Could be kinda bad. Because they could be bashy, of course. But, well, yeah, okay, in that area, this team looks actually pretty okay, I think. So we've got 3 rerolls, no cheaters, no coach assistants. We've got 12 players total, a strength 4 alignment among those. We've got a kicker, we've got a sure hands thrower, 2 dodge players, 1 with mighty blow, and then we've got a yeti, of course. But it's only 1 player with mighty blow. He does have 3 strength 4 player and the yeti, of course, but overall that is not that horrible. His statistic has been really solid though so far. So let's see what we're gonna be able to swing. Also, he gets a pretty good amount of petty cash against us. Since I get 4 loners, that does influence things quite a bit. I don't know. So we can possibly still be a little bit worried about this. Not having a bench and having a lot of loners will cause us some issues. He at least has a reserve player, but we'll see. It'll depend largely on what kind of inducements he gets. He could go with a... Oh, he goes with a star player. So what does... Is Helmut a chainsaw? He might be. For the cost, I think that sounds pretty likely. But I'm not sure. They should have access to one. There is a human chainsaw star player, I believe, that maybe Norse can get as well. I'm not that... I don't know them by heart, still, basically. There's so many in there, and we rarely play against Norse, and then they even rarer choose a star player, so I have no idea. Okay, yep, I expected a bribe, though. So he's most likely a chainsaw. Can we maybe see that in time? Oh, yeah, okay, it's him. I see. So he's just got stand firm, basic stat line, and then you just this better maybe a little bit. I'm noticing when my green screen is flickering behind me, basically, which I don't want, but because the brightness of my monitor is apparently too much, it always, whenever it blends over to black, I get a little bit darker. Because I don't get, it doesn't shine at me, something like that. I don't know. It's a bit weird, and I just want to try to get it steady, but I think I need brighter and more constant lighting here still, which somehow I need to try and set up here during my days off of work. I'm going to try to get some brighter overhead lighting, basically, to see if we can get that to stick. Or I'll fiddle around with it a little bit more. So he's getting to choose. He is getting to choose what it'll be. And I assume he's gonna go on offense if he gets the choice, because that way he could set up the star player right away, maybe disable my team as much as possible. But we'll see what it'll be. He might also be confident in defending and let me attack first, because he probably wants to force me to score quickly so that he can take his time. I don't know yet. But letting me attack first could also lead to him losing players, which could force him to set up a star player when he doesn't want to. He does have a 2-player bench now, though. But yeah, as expected, we are going on... we're going on defense now. That was basically what we were expecting to see here. And how do we set up in this case? That's the big question, because we probably still have to expose Alphatron to them. Although maybe we can get around it. Yeah, I think we can. So we can switch these two. So we've got loners on the line of scrimmage. We've got a loner on this side. Let's switch these two. We've got a dodge lineman here. We've got our agility 5 guy right there. And then we're hiding all the positionals behind that. For a change, instead of having Alphatron being one of the cornerstones here, which we usually would, which is what we usually go for. So yeah, there we go. Let's set this up. We also put him in the middle, of course, so that he can react to both sides the best. He is also, I mean, they're all basically movement 8 if he weren't move busted, but that's okay. And I think right now, in terms of blitzing, it's most likely they're going to go for this loner here. Possibly the agility 5 gut, but we'll see. He doesn't have tackle yet, of course. So this could be a possibility. He might also decide to chainsaw him. If he does that, there isn't much we can do about it. But at least this way, if he goes for it... Oh yeah, I remember now. Omega Supreme. He does have Mighty Blow and Piling On now because he got a double. I still think that drastically reduces his life expectancy, but I mean, how couldn't I? It's just... we have to try, don't we? With him. My god, that's gonna be... I mean, especially against Norse, him having Piling On top of Mighty Blow could be extremely valuable. They do have a lot of armor value 7, so basically everything but the Star Player and the Yeti and his Ulfwurners, but all the linemen, all the human players, let's call it that. I think Helmut is supposed to be human as well, but there's just no skin for that Star Player model yet, which is why he looks like a goblin. With a chainsaw, because he's a chainsawer. But yeah, we'll see. The Strength 4 lineman is going to be annoying, of course. He does have a kicker as well, which is a bit of a bummer, possibly, but we'll have to wait and see how it'll work out. Okay, we get brilliant coaching. Do I have... He doesn't have fame. I've got 1 fame. We've also got a coach assistant and a cheerleader, which made winning that fairly likely. Let's get a knockdown. So good things first. What we can notice instantly, as per usual, is the way he's blocking. He's not blocking diagonally to give himself more blocks in case he only pushes that. He instantly went with a straight-up block here. So that's nice. He does go for... Yeah, this guy has Frenzy. He also has Mighty Blow. So hopefully we'll see a double push. But I doubt it, unfortunately. Well, yeah, that still works for him. He's got block, I do not. And we get a stun. So as always, with the Norse team, most of their team has block, which will help him against us. Although I do, at least on the positionals here, on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 players, we do have skills that have something to do with block. What was that? Oh, it's the chainsaw. Oh, yeah. The pop-up I was confused about. Okay, he stuns him. That's fine. Because that was the 2+ chainsaw roll that popped up there. That confused me. Why was he supposed to do that there, basically? Which was what confused me. He's going to go over to here, I believe. But that makes sense. And he gets the knockdown. Okay, bummer. Turnover would have been lovely, wouldn't it? The one thing about the Yeti, of course, is he doesn't have Mighty Blow. He's got Claw, which against our team will be mostly meaningless. Well, on every player but him, I believe, because he's got armor value 8. He did get 3 stuns, though, but it's not removals, it's only stuns, which means players are still on the pitch, at least. So that'll help, but man, 3 stuns is a pretty good start, considering he had only 1 Mighty Blow. I mean, the chainsaw is still really nice, of course. How did that work that way exactly? I rarely use him in this way. So, yep, he got +3 to get through our armor, so we made it a 5+, so he was pretty... It was very likely that he was gonna get through there. Failure would have been nice, though, because in that case, he just wouldn't have been able to do anything. Do we want to try to get rid of Helmut right away? I think we should try to go after a lineman, but if we knock him down, that could be valuable, because he's gonna start fouling with him. Because I'm trying to decide where to blitz with Omega Elf here. If we go up this to try and knock him down, we are going to expose ourselves a little bit more. Piling on here could also be a risk, since if we don't get him, he's probably going to retaliate with a chainsaw foul. So I am not completely sure about that yet. But we could set up 2 assists, so here and there, basically. Blitz from there, so that we get we definitely get away from the Yeti. And work from there. We could also go up here, which would be 1, 2, and then blitz, but that would also be exposing us quite a bit. He is definitely going to go into this direction in that case, which we do not want. So I think we do blitz here, and having just stood him up, all I need is 1 more assist here. So if we don't knock him down, we still get a lot of blocks out of the deal. Basically, that's what I'm getting at right now. So let's put him right there. And then I'm just gonna go in with the blitz first and see how we deal with the rest later. Yes, we'd like to Oh, he's got stand firm, I remember. Still good, we got through. We KO'd him, so I'm not gonna pile on. Why would we? In that case, we do need to dodge back out, though. Which is also fine. I mean, we've got our dodge reroll. So let's see. We've got him here, so I need somebody right there. So he is gonna be here. There we go. We've got these guys. I need to just see about how to set up my defense there. Probably. Let's do this. Still fairly likely to foul, so I need to be somewhat careful. We'll put you right there. One's gonna be right here, which means these guys go out one space. Let's set up like this. So I'm not pressuring the ball at all right now, but we are just trying to slow him down as much as possible. In this case, are we here with him? So that in case he tries to go for a frenzy player, he can't really get through that easy, or we can let him run to a frenzy trap, or do I go right there so that we lock him down movement-wise a little bit more? I think we do that. It's also gonna not allow him to get assist there as easily. Well, still couldn't have, but it's okay. Now we're fine. So we actually have a player advantage on him right now. We got rid of the star player right away, which is good. Well, he's only KO'd, but still. And he is a secret weapon, which means I think he is still going to have to use the bribe. Yep. Because he set him up. And in that case, it doesn't matter if he's still on the pitch. He will have to spend the bribe for him. Which means he doesn't get a lot of good value out of this guy right now. At least if I'm able to prevent him from scoring for a long time, or if we just take the ball away from him. We've got a player advantage. Because we got very lucky here. Yeah, that was kind of what I was expecting to happen. Which is why I was considering not going here. Go back there. We're going to try to draw him with us, of course. With the frenzy, we can get him down next to Omega Elf. Which is good. He's got to move in more players, though. We'll pull him with us, and that way I can knock him down next round, hopefully. He can't really go in here, because if I stand these guys up, he's going to lose all of his assists and positioning advantage. He's probably going to end up somewhere around here, and I do get a good shot at the Yeti, basically, which is awesome. We also got lucky that he didn't get a defender down there. But that's why I was considering going here right away, but against the Yeti, getting the frenzy trap wouldn't have really helped. He still would have had efficiently strength 4, so a 2-die would have been in there. But now we need 2 more assists basically against him. He can prevent that. If he puts a player right there, that's enough basically, because I can only get assists from right here, right now. Right here and right now. Oh, he goes in for a foul. I see. You do what you must. Then I have to live with what I'll do to your team afterwards? Well, try to. Is probably the better way to say that, but let's just see how this will go. And if he is actually gonna foul. I think he is with this guy, but he's also setting up a cage first. Right now he's trying to force his way through the middle. We'll have to wait and see how well that works out for him. He's got a strength advantage. We do have a player advantage, which might change now. Let's wait and see. He is injuring us, and we do know he does not get caught, so that's kind of annoying. Ooh. Yeah, he comes back. Probably the only lineman where I am willing to use that apothecary, but it's very early, which makes this extremely scary right now. Also going for the Yeti right now is, don't really like it. We're giving him a lot of room to work with, and I kind of want to go for the ball. This is a 4+ dodge that we can turn into a 1-die, but he's got sure hands, so my... what's the word? My... My strip ball, oh no, we don't even have strip ball, but I would only get a 1 die anyways. I don't really like that. Do we? I think we expose him. Now I've got a 1 die, yes, okay. Which means we make that a 2 die now. We might want to move him first, just because he is gonna get hit otherwise. And it feels more likely that he's going to go in this direction, but I'm not sure if I can expose him right now, so I might have to accept the dodging. Yeah, let's go in. Okay, we knock him down. Let's see, push him up there. I do need to follow, though. Am I willing to pile on here? I kind of want to, but I need the assist, so I don't think we are. Yeah. It is not worth the risk right now. Let's see. I am giving him too much room, and he's doing a good job at keeping me away and forcing me from not really going aggressive against the ball. I don't really want to risk it, basically. But let's see. We chain push you. No, first of all, we need to move a little bit. So he's still going to be in the way right there. Let's get this one, which we can just use to push ourselves out of this a little bit. There and there, we'll stay. Get those all set up, and he's just gonna be back here, which means we'll mostly still cover this, and he does get a lot of blocks, but yeah, we'll see how far he can go with that. I don't think he can get that far with this, but let's see what he does. And of course, we are giving him more blocks than we really want to with all of this, but I think it was the best we could have hoped for right now. Starts with a knockdown. Not that I wouldn't have liked to go in there, but he still has his bribe. He is definitely willing to foul, and I can't really afford to lose these guys, so I'm gonna have to play a little bit safer than I would like to, just to preserve my team so that I don't make myself non-competitive by just dying here. We still want to be able to do this. I need to play defensively on defense, basically. That makes sense, doesn't it? Let's see. He gets another stun. So far his armor breaks have definitely been on point, but I mean, this guy also has Mighty Blow, so I shouldn't be that surprised that that was the case. Would have been lovely, though, to get rid of the Strength 4 guy here, or the Yeti. Still, the Yeti, I'm not sure if he's gonna blitz with him, which means, yep, there we go. He might fail his wild animal roll, so he's not gonna stand up. And yeah, bringing these guys out there is exposing them a little bit, but he still needs a defender down to really make that work, which he doesn't get. So I either get to sidestep or he's going to keep me there. I think he's going to keep me there. They'll take the both down. No, he lets me move. Isn't that nice? Go back there. Want to discourage him from going in this direction, so I'm not being pushed to here, but to there. He's still gonna... oh, yeah, I see. So maybe we should have put ourselves here just to keep this assist from being able to foul. Because he's gonna foul this guy, I think. He still has his bribe. Or is he? He is definitely moving in this direction, as we expected. With a little bit of luck, I can go target this guy now, though. Oh, wait, no, he is... he's trying to deny me the move here. He wants to keep me locked down. He wants me to block this guy instead of blitzing here. And those were pretty smart moves, since now he doesn't give an assist. They're both strength 4, so getting the assists here does cause quite the effort, basically. And against this guy, I actually can't get that right now. Well, I could block with him, basically, so we move this guy over to assist. And now he already has a 2 die. I'd much rather do the same thing here, so we basically use him, and that would free up Omegelf, but this is also a really good opportunity to get all of these. But that'll depend on this actually working. So these are most likely not going to move, which means we will go into blitz here first. Which will expose Jet Elf, but that could be okay. Yeah, we're giving him room to work with, but I think that's gonna be okay. I still don't really want to go for this. But yeah, because we do this, we blitz first. And all I want to do is have a player on the ball carrier. Now he needs to push me away. He does have the block set up right away, but that's okay. We've got sidestep, we've got fend. We're just gonna be annoying. Not that I need to stay in there, but a little bit of pressure doesn't hurt us, I think. So the question is, do we do this so that we get the safer block with him? Or not? Because then I would need to dodge here. Yeah, we can push him in this direction. Let's do that, I think. We're weakening this side, so our defense not as good, but I'm gonna dodge with the loners here, but that's why we do it last, because they are loners, so I wanna ideally just not have to deal with that. And we are going to follow as well. We want to lock this guy down. Thank you for the stun, though. With his agility too, he wouldn't have really moved, so I just wanted to keep him locked down there. Let's stand him up and not dodge him. I just want the strength 4 guy to not move. Also, I couldn't have gotten him in a position without a GFI where he would have given an assist. And let's see about this one. There we go. Do we knock him down in place? I think we knock him down in place, because that way I don't expose him to a blitz as much, and we still get to pile on if we want to. Am I gonna turn into the greedy person that I always say others are? I think we are. Okay. Kinda cool. We got through. We got a stun. It's better than nothing. And then I think I am going to put Alphacon right here. Just to... Or maybe no, we're gonna go up there. I'm going to explain in a moment. He is still going to go down in this direction, but right now I went there because that way they can't move a player to here and remove the assist easy or help him something there. Here we are still closing this down while he hasn't blocked us. And we're not that strong on this side where he is moving towards right now, but we can easily switch sides right now still if he doesn't blitz with the Yeti. He only has a 50% to stand up. And we have our sidestep player here. He's got sidestep. He is weak, yes, but he needs to knock him down first. And if he doesn't, he's got some issues, because block, dodge, sidestep, fend is just a very annoying combination to work against. And we're gonna wait and see. And with him standing right there and I get to sidestep, the frenzy is gonna get negated because of fend. So he's less likely to blitz us here, but he kind of needs to. He's probably just going to put a player there and then block us away from his ball carrier. Maybe switching sides, I don't know. As per usual, I think I'm better on defense than on offense. And he's just disconnected. Okay, let's hope that it's just an issue on his part and that he's going to come back and that he's not just disconnected on purpose here. I mean, he's got a record of 5-0-1 with this team right now, so he's won 5, he's lost 1, which makes me think that he's not doing this on purpose. But, I mean, we have to basically expect the worst by now. It is Blood Bowl. There's... The community has its ups and downs, basically. And still, this is open league, which makes it more likely that the person is more willing to concede, unfortunately. As much as I don't still do it, as we all know. But, yeah. We're gonna have to wait and see. I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt in this case, since he at least wrote something in the beginning. He wrote us thanks you too, basically. So he wasn't completely silent. He at least has some sort of good manners, let's call it that. And let's just wait and see. Hey James, yeah, thankfully scheduled league are a lot nicer. That is also true. So we're gonna... I'm not sure when I'm going to play my next scheduled league match, though. So the last match of the season in the Record League with our Underworld team against Dark Elves, I believe. But we're still waiting for one match to be completed, and then that's going to happen. but I think it's supposed to happen soon-ish. Something like that. I don't know. Slay the Spire has been going, well, ups and downs. I've gotten a really good run, I've gotten a really good few runs in a while where I won 4 in 5 runs. So I had 3 in a row, then I lost one, then I won another one. And then it's been going a little bit back and forth. I'm down to the last 2 unlocks now, though. So I've almost unlocked all the cards and relics in the game. We're missing just 1 unlock on both characters. So I think it's real nice. Yeah. I agree, James. They're being a little bit lenient in our own league right now because of the holidays. Also, Kejiru's PC, I think, kind of died and stuff like that. And he's the one that's usually the most in there to make sure that matches get played, or he's a little bit on players a little bit more. Because I just have, I don't want to have that stress anymore. It's the reason I'm not involved in the, one of the reasons I'm not involved in the admin side that much this time. Yeah, his PC did explode, exactly. Also, I mean, they are trying to get the match scheduled, and we do want to get them played. So if they can get played, we're a little bit more lenient, of course. That's why we have the 2-week schedule to begin with, even though we're past that by now as well, unfortunately. Let's just hope they're going to get it played as well. And at least for me, it's going to be important because I know that at least one of the players involved there is still a contender for first place in our division. And if their match doesn't get played, he might get awarded the loss, I believe. Which obviously would take him out of the running, so that would be kind of boring as well. I'm not sure about the other team, if they are still in there or not. But either way, it's better if it gets played overall. So we'll see, we'll see. He's still not back, though, so this could be kind of a bummer first match here for us. But on that note, while we wait, let's post the poll one time. Nope, that wasn't quite right. We're missing an L there. It's not the poll result, it's the poll results. There we go. So you guys get to vote as per usual what I'm going to play as a second match. Maybe we'll just go for another Pro Elf match, since this one doesn't really count, I think. We can't really count it, but he also still could come back. We're only 3/5 of the way through that countdown. Or is it a 6-minute countdown? That way we're 2/3 through. Yeah, it's not 5 minutes, it's 6 minutes, isn't it? Something like that. But yeah, you guys get to vote, of course, on what team we play next. We could do another Pro Elf match. We could also move back to Goblins, or we could do some Nurgle stuff, Lizardmen, Skaven, all the fun stuff as it's always in there. Let's not forget the Orcs and Humans. So we'll see, and I'm interested to see what you guys are going to vote on this week. But yeah, by now it seems fairly unlikely that he's going to come back. Which makes me very happy that I did use the Apothecary on Shock Elf to actually save it, and that it did end up working. Because losing a player out of a match that ends on turn 4 because your opponent disconnects, if it's on purpose or not, we can't really know. Either way, it's kind of a bummer. So I'm really okay with that not happening in that case, and that we keep him and get to keep him. It's going to allow us to get our team back to strength as well. We're going to get double winnings, which will make replacing the player easier at least. So there is some ups to this, even though I really would have liked to play this match. Of course, we had a decent start still. I think with both of these guys being stunned, us having our really good catcher next to him, which can just stick to him like glue. We could have blocked this and forced him to not, or could have kept him from moving down in this direction a lot more, because I probably would have just disengaged to here, which would have locked down this area completely as well. He could have gone over to this side again then, but that would have been a complete switch of sides, so he couldn't have made it much further than on line up with his Yeti, which would have allowed us to still just reposition and maybe attack him from the side then. But yeah, it's over now. We got the win. But man, that was kind of a bummer. We had some potential here. And no injuries. My piling on failed me. Yada yada. We'll reroll. We get a 3. So our treasury is 150k. Do we get a level up though? None of the loners got one of the 2 MVPs, which is amazing. Extremely unexpected. I thought at least one would get that, but we also don't get a level up. He's 1 touchdown away now, though. What is he getting next? Leap? Strip ball? Do we build him as a defensive ball hunter? We probably... I mean, I have no idea what to give him. Probably leap just because of agility 5. It's going to increase his mobility even further. We could also give him... I don't know, fend? Or something like that to make him a little bit less likely to die. And Elficon getting that is also okay, of course. But yeah. Just a real big bummer here. Let's get to... that. We will replace Sound Elf now because he needs to get fired. And I still can't get used to the fact that you now fire them from here. There we go. 9. No, I should not hire a new Elficon, James. A little bit of German slipped in there with a 9. My god. Because that's no in German. And it's not written like the letter 9. It's a little bit different. It does include the same letters, though. They're just in a different order. Not N-I-N-E, it's N-E-I-N. There we go. And this was Sound Elf. There we go. 9. No, we're not going to do that one. Well, too late now, isn't it? Let's confirm. We're going to stick with 12 players right now. Since we only have 90k in the bank, we still would like to keep a little bit to replace a positional if need be. So, yay, yet another win. Not really deserved one, but I mean... oh well, what can you do?